When implementing a new information technology component, such as an EMR, it is important to evaluate more than just the licensing cost of the software. You must consider what the training costs will be, how it will affect quality and productivity, space issues, privacy issues, and the time it will take for personnel to adjust to the change. The cost associated with the acquisition and support of an EMR can be a barrier to improving the quality of healthcare. One must look at the big picture, not just the upfront costs. VISTA is an electronic health record programmed by federal employees working for the Department of Veterans Affairs for several decades since the 1970s. The VISTA system is in production today at hundreds of VA medical centers and outpatient clinics across the country. VISTA is one of the most widely used EHRs in the world. Nearly half of all U.S. hospitals that have full implementation of an EMR are VA hospitals using VISTA. In order to analyze how the VISTA EHR has affected the productivity and the revenue of the Veterans Health System, we looked at data from 1998 to 2004. We were given the budget of the Office of Information, shown at IT investment, and the number of patient records within VISTA for each year. We were also given the calculated cost per patient index. This is considered the productivity. The information was provided by the Department of Veterans Affairs through the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA. For the method of analysis, I plotted the cost per patient index on a scatter plot compared to the budget. I then pulled the correlation coefficient, R squared, between productivity cost per patient index and investment, the budget, and found that R squared equals 0.79 and that R equals 0.89. This implies that the data does correlate. Then I found the correlation between IT investment and use, which is 0.76, IT investment and productivity, which is 0.89, and IT use and productivity, which is 0.57. I wanted to see if the investment of IT led to the use of IT, which led to increased revenue, or if the organization was already experiencing high productivity, which increased the IT investment and gave more use of the system. In order to perform this causal analysis, I needed to first look at the correlation between IT and productivity minus the product of the investment in use and the productivity in use. That equaled 0.46. To find the next calculation, which would be that productivity leads to investment, which leads to use, I took the correlation between use and productivity and subtracted the product of investment and productivity and investment and use, which equaled negative 0.12. Because negative 0.12 is closer to 0 than 0.46, it implies that the organization was productive, which led to higher IT investment and usage. We cannot claim that the returns we are seeing are due to the investment.